In a quiet valley surrounded by whispering pine forests, there lived a gentle sheep named Lila. She belonged to a flock that grazed near the edge of the woods, where the grass was soft and sweet. Lila was different from the others. While her friends liked to stay close together, she often wandered near the forest's edge, curious about the sounds and smells that drifted from within. One late spring morning, as she nibbled clover near a patch of wild flowers, she heard a deep, rumbling growl. Her wool stiffened, and she froze. Out of the shadows lumbered a huge brown bear. His fur was thick and matted, and his eyes looked tired rather than cruel. He limped slightly on one paw. "Please don't eat me," Lila bleated, trembling. The bear stopped, then gave a weary sigh. "I'm not going to eat you," he rumbled. "I'm too hungry to chase anything, anyway." Lila blinked in surprise. "Too hungry?" she asked softly. "But you're so big." The bear gave a low chuckle. "That's the problem. Big body, empty belly." For a moment, they simply looked at each other, the timid sheep and the weary bear, two creatures who had no reason to trust one another. Then Lila noticed the bear's paw. A large thorn was stuck between his pads, swollen and red. "You're hurt," she said. "No wonder you can't hunt." The bear grunted. "It's nothing. I'll manage." But when he tried to take a step, he stumbled and growled in pain. Lila felt a pang of sympathy. "If you promise not to hurt me," Lila said bravely, "I can help you." The bear tilted his head. "A sheep helping a bear? That's new." Lila trotted closer, her heart pounding. With her teeth, she gently tugged at the thorn. The bear flinched but didn't move. Finally, the thorn came free. "There," said Lila. "All done." The bear looked at her paw, flexing it. "It actually feels better," he admitted. "Thank you, little one." From that day, the bear began to visit the meadow often. His name, Lila learned, was Braun. He would sit near the forest's edge while Lila grazed, and they would talk. Lila told him about her flock, about how the shepherd counted them every evening, and how she loved the smell of clover after rain. Braun told her about the deep forest, the rivers that sparkled like silver, and the taste of honey hidden in hollow trees. Slowly, their fear melted into friendship. The other sheep thought Lila was foolish, talking to a predator. "One day, he'll remember what he is," they warned. But Lila just smiled. Maybe he's remembering what he could be. One stormy night, the valley flooded. The sheep were trapped on a rising patch of land as water poured in from the mountains. The shepherd was away, and panic spread through the flock. Lila looked toward the dark forest. "Braun will help us," she said, though her friends doubted it. But she called his name into the storm anyway. Minutes later, a huge shape appeared through the rain. "Braun, wading through the water, his fur soaked. Climb on my back," he roared. "All of you." The sheep hesitated only a moment before obeying. One by one, they climbed onto his strong back and shoulders. He carried them, trip after trip, to higher ground near the forest edge. By dawn, the rain stopped, and the valley glistened like glass. The flock was safe. Braun collapsed with exhaustion, breathing heavily. Lila stayed beside him until he opened his eyes. "You saved us," she whispered. Braun smiled faintly. "You saved me first." From then on, the flock no longer feared the forest's edge. Braun often visited, and the shepherd, though wary, allowed it. The valley was safer with a bear nearby. Seasons passed. Lila grew older, and Braun's fur turned silver around the muzzle. But they still met beneath the same pine tree, watching the sunset spill across the meadow. "Funny," Braun said one evening, "how the world said we shouldn't be friends." Lila chuckled softly. "The world just doesn't look closely enough." And as the sun dipped below the hills, a sheep and a bear sat side by side, proof that kindness could bridge even the widest divides.